It is difficult not to feel deeply moved when we hear such a detailed description of tragedy, of the loss of life, of the destruction, of the loss of property, of the loss of livelihoods. But listening to you, I see that there is no loss of hope. But that hope to materialize needs the international community to recognize three basic facts. First, as you said, humanity has been waging war on nature, and nature strikes back. But nature strikes back in sins, but it was not sin that has made the emissions of greenhouse gases that have accelerated climate change so dramatically. So there is a very unfair situation in relation to the level of destruction that we are seeing here in Sindh. And so it is essential for the international community to understand three things, and obviously developed countries have an absolutely key role to play in the international financial institutions joining them. First is that Pakistan, including Sindh, needs today massive financial support to overcome this crisis. And I've been saying, and you repeated it, this is not a matter of generosity, it's a matter of justice. Second, we need to stop the madness with which we are treating nature. According to the scientific community, we need to reduce emissions by 45% until 2030. I'm not talking about the end of the century. I'm not talking about 2050. I'm talking about now. Now is the time to reduce emissions. And this will be essential in the discussions in Cairo of the COP. But the fact is that we are already living in a world where climate change is acting in such a devastating way. So there must be massive support to what usually is called adaptation, which means to build resilient infrastructure and to support resilient communities and to create conditions for those that are in the hot spots of climate change. And Pakistan is one of the 15 hot spots of climate change. For those countries to be able to prepare for the next disaster and to be able to resist the next disaster. And this needs a huge investment, and this investment needs to be provided. That's why we are asking for a strong increase in the financing of adaptation, of resilient infrastructure. And at the same time, there has not yet until now been a serious discussion about loss and damage, and I hope that the COP in Cairo will, for the first time, create the conditions for a serious discussion on loss and damage. And then I would like to say that what the UN is doing in Pakistan is a drop in the ocean of what is needed. We are perfectly aware of how limited is our capacity and our resources. But one thing you can be absolutely sure, we are in total solidarity with the Pakistani people. We will do everything we can, not only to use our limited capacities, but to raise awareness and to request those that have the capacity to support Pakistan to request that they do it. They do it now, they do it massively, and they do it also looking into the preparation of this country to face future challenges, to be able to protect their population when those future challenges are coming. Our commitment, our very strong and emotional solidarity is something you can count on. Thank you very much.
Thank you.